Have you ever wanted to have magic powers? Hello, welcome to my humble abode. My name's Denise. Do you all remember Wizards of Waverly Place? That show was my absolute jam as a child. Unfortunately, I don't have magic powers like Alex Russo, but the next best thing is to play as a witch or wizard in a game. I have a lot of great upcoming games filled with magic and witchy flair that you've most likely never heard of before. Before we get started, I just want to thank Studio Dry Dock for sponsoring this video. I've been waking up earlier just so I have some more me time, and during this time, I've been playing Wylde Flowers. It's a game where you play as Tara, who just moved to Fairhaven, a small rural island, to help her grandma and the family farm. But here's the thing, you find out you're a witch. It's an incredibly charming game filled with complex characters, amazing voice acting, and where you get to learn about your witchy powers with your newfound coven. As you continue to play Wylde Flowers, the more exciting and fun it becomes as you unlock more things to do and become better friends with the townsfolk. Yes, you can date a werewolf. Don't just take my word for it, Wylde Flowers has overwhelmingly positive reviews on the Steam page. Wylde Flowers is out now on Nintendo Switch, iOS, PC, and Mac, so go ahead and check it out. I'll have links in the description. Now, without further ado, let's start with the first game. Magical Delicacy is a wholesome pixel art platformer where you play as Flora, who travels to a distant town to fulfill her dream of becoming a proper witch. She opens up shop in Grad, a harbor town built upon cliffs where adventurers settle to chart an unexplored island full of mystery. As she engages in the town's thriving economy, she stumbles upon two members of opposing covens. The witch Cassia and the magus Tano have a lot to teach Flora, but they also know how to use her in their dispute about magical beings. Cook magical delicacies from a vast collection of ingredients in your own shop. Explore an unfamiliar town and deliver tasty treats to the townsfolk. Learn new ways to traverse, discover secrets, and experience a unique witchy world. I'm a foodie, so I'm super excited about Magical Delicacy. I just love the chill vibes and the beautiful pixel art of this game. Somewhat reminds me of Spiritfarer when it comes to the casual platforming in the game, and I'm incredibly stoked to have my own little shop. In this game, you start with basic equipment, but as you progress through the game, you can acquire new kitchen tools and unlock more rooms to arrange as well as customize your tools so you're at max productivity in the kitchen. You can sell your unused creations, store your ingredients in storage, and my favorite feature, besides the cooking of course, is that you can grow plants in your backyard. Unfortunately, you don't have a place of yourself and you do have an unwanted roommate, but it's a great place to start your new life. Not to mention the long forgotten secrets of the island and the mystical creatures that you get to uncover. Magical Delicacy will be released sometime in 2024 on Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC via Steam. Looking for a cozy witch game straight out of a storybook? I think you might like this next game. Wanderwood is a slice of life game with a storybook vibe about farming, potion making, and building a small village in a magical world. The art of the game is absolutely gorgeous and evokes feelings of warmth, nostalgia, and coziness due to its warm orange color palette. This game actually looked very different a couple of years ago, but has shifted from pixel art to 2D hand-drawn art. And according to the dev, they started working on this project when they still had very little art experience, which was why they chose pixel art since it felt more accessible to them. However, over time, they enjoyed drawing more and more, so they switched to a non-pixel art style that we see today. The last year was incredibly busy for them, so they had to postpone their work on Wanderwood to do freelance work. But on a good note, over that period of time, they improved their art significantly and they're now ready to focus on Wanderwood again. Other than that, nothing has been released about the overall story or gameplay mechanics in this new iteration of the game, but she has released some images of the game, which includes an image featuring 3 characters, a magic shop called Her Magic, and an adorable little squirrel bakery. So far, their current plan is to combine their love of cartoons and storybook illustrations into their work. Wanderwood is still very early on in development, so there's no planned release date just yet, but the developer has plans to release the game on PC and potentially the Nintendo Switch in the future. If you love games with time traveling or time looping, like one of my favorite games, Chrono Trigger, you'll really like this next one. In Stars in Time is a time looping RPG adventure that tells the story of Siffrin and their adventurer friends, a found family bound together by fate in order to end the tyrannical reign of an evil king. But as victory is just within the party's grasp, a tragedy occurs, the clock resets, and they have to do it all again. Siffrin is the only one who notices the loop, and each new start wears away at his cheerful veneer, yet he keeps going in hopes that he can end this temporal tragedy once and for all. With each loop, Siffrin gains a new perspective perspective on the world around them, opening up new solutions to puzzles and allowing them to make better choices in conversations. Equip memories as armor, rage of the change god to improve your team's capabilities each loop, and challenge deadly foes to rock, paper, scissors as Siffrin seeks the truth. So I don't think this is the stereotypical cozy game because first of all, our main character is depressed and stressed, and I'm not sure if Siffrin is actually a wizard either, but they have a pointy hat and that's pretty much good enough for me. Despite this not being a stereotypical cozy game, I think there will be parts of the game that will be very wholesome, like in Undertale, since the game will be focusing on the friendship of these 5 characters as they go through each time loop in order to fix their mistakes and as they eat samosas together. And that's so incredibly wholesome. I love samosas. As you go through the struggles of each time loop with the group, I think you'll become more attached to each of the characters, and that's something I absolutely adored in Beacon Pines as well as Undertale, which is also considered a cozy but slightly darker game at times. This game has some pretty interesting characters, so let me introduce these 5 friends. First, we have Siffrin, who is stressed, depressed, and under duress. But don't worry, they're doing just fine. They are the pun master protagonists in this never-ending tale. Next, we have Mirabelle, who is caring and a nervous housemaiden who was mysteriously blessed by the god she so ardently follows. We don't really know why she's so blessed, she just is, and I think that's something we'll figure out in the game. Isabeau is a defender with a heart of gold, which is something I freaking love. He cares dearly for his people and his friends, and we love a caring king. Odile is the mature one and is a nonsensical researcher who studies something, and no, she's not planning on telling you what she's studying. And I'm honestly curious about what she's hiding, because why is it so important that she needs to be hiding what she's studying? Because if I'm excited about something, I just talk about it, you know? I just need everybody to know about it. Bonnie is a random kid who just tagged along. You're not really sure who brought them, but they're here. I feel like Bonnie is going to be one of those characters that just is the most annoying character at the beginning, but then they're gonna like grow on us and then we'll love them. So I'm excited. It Stars of Time will be released sometime this year in 2023 on the Nintendo Switch and PC via Steam. Do you love the movie Kiki's Delivery Service and love the idea of having your own bakery? Well, this next game might fit the bill. The Witch's Bakery is a 2D adventure puzzle game where you play as a joyful witch named Lune, who opens a bakery in Paris and whose bread and pastries heal emotions through magic. Lune is a witch who's just graduated from her training and has settled in Paris. She's accompanied by her trusty as well as mischievous companion Oreo, who kind of looks like a cat or fox, but they're actually a metamorph who can take many different shapes and colors. You'll be able to visit several districts of Paris, and at some point in the game, Lune's powers let her travel through people's heart palace, where one's emotions take shape. On the screen, you can see the prototype for the mini puzzle game where you have to find the right words. And in the key art, there are also like these ghost-like creatures that are benevolent creatures only mages can see. They stick to people who tend to keep their emotions locked away, and they help them cope with stress. These creatures are called regrets and are key to the game's story. Other than Lune, there are 3 other characters that I love to introduce. First, we have Mirembe, a young witch in training. She is a friend of Lune and works as a trainee in Paris in a magical shop. Monsieur Ghaldari is the owner of the shop Dans le Toit, I'm sorry, I don't know French, located in one of the famous passages of Paris. He's a collector of entertainment products like vinyls and trades them for authorized magical goods. He really reminds me of Kamaji from Spirited Away, and I kind of love that. Last but not least, we have Estelle, who is more reserved and a police-focused type of person, which is very different from Lune. The devs believe in hopeful stories that inspire, bring people together, and offer positive perspectives on the world. They've been told that bright stories are shallow and less serious, but they're here to show it isn't true. I love their mission and I'm so excited for this game, and I completely agree with them. Like honestly, there's so much going on in the world that isn't always great, and sometimes we just need happy, beautiful stories that inspire us. The Witch's Bakery is still very early on in development, so there is no clear release date, but the devs have plans to release the game on PC and Nintendo Switch. If you love the idea of fixing things or giving life to something, then you might enjoy this next title. Homestead Arcana is an RPG where you become a farming witch and pioneer the range that has been mysteriously corrupted with miasma. Discover the secret behind its appearance, grow plants to power up your spells, and use nature's magic to heal the land. In this game, you can build your own homestead from the ground up as you discover new plants and tend to your ever-growing garden to heal the land and make it your own. You can explore the deathly miasma where dangerous creatures roam free and explore the hidden secrets, bring back new plants, and spells, grow your homestead, then journey even deeper into the corrupted land in search of new seeds, recipes, and knowledge. Tap into the strength of nature to craft spells and ready yourself for the mysterious challenges ahead as you work with your friendly cat familiar Huckleberry to beat back the deathly miasma. I'm so curious about this game because I'm a huge sucker for like fixing things and having a little to-do list. I just love that there is the overarching goal to like save a corrupted land by doing your part by farming with your cat familiar. That's so freaking cute, especially the cat part. That's especially cute. I love the darker tones that this game explores, which balances well with a vibrant farm. So as you continue to grow your farm, the world will become greener, and that is just the most exciting thing for me because I can actually see my progress throughout the game. Homestead Arcana will be released in April of 2023 on Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC via Steam. If you're looking for a game with plenty of features to explore, then check out this next game. Hollowmoor is a cozy magic life sim set in the sleepy town of Hollowmoor. As a budding young witch or wizard, you'll need to manage your farm and explore the mystical world to gather your ingredients, brew potions, forge enchantments, complete orders for the townsfolk, and learn their stories as you bring magic back to Hollowmoor. As the only witch or wizard in town, you'll need to grow and nurture your own seasonal crops and raise mythical animals to ensure you have just the right ingredients for when an order for a potion or enchantment comes in. Some can be used for in-game boosts such as speed or luck as you explore the world. Others will be requested by one of many townsfolk of Hollowmoor as you complete orders and increase your standing in the town. With over 20 unique townsfolk, Hollowmoor is a bustling town where a young witch or wizard like you could thrive. Each resident will have their own daily routines as well as stories to tell you as you get to know them. They will also have orders you can complete for gold, and you can visit the quaint countryside town with all sorts of shops and cafes, or head down to the docks for more exotic goods and items. Step into the forest and mines surrounding Hollowmoor to discover rare items and even mythical creatures. Or you can even take the train to other towns and interact with the nearby rival township of Great Yearning. And perhaps most importantly, explore the ruins of a forgotten magic school and restore it to its lost glory, making Hollowmoor a beacon of magic in England again. I feel like Hollowmoor has a lot of potential. There are a lot of different activities and things that the devs have planned for the game. But since there are so many things to do in the game, balancing each feature so that the overall gameplay loop is engaging and fun would be incredibly important for their game, as well as making the overall story and characters engaging. But I am loving the fact that we can go ahead and explore some old ruins and fix up a magical school. Like, that just sounds the best. Hollowmoor will be coming to Kickstarter in 2023, and there's no confirmed news about what platforms the game will be released on just yet, but I feel like with enough support on their Kickstarter, they'll be able to release the game on the Switch. So keep an eye out for that Kickstarter. Itching for a magical and witchy game you can play now? Then you should check out Wylde Flowers. Wylde Flowers is a narrative-driven farm sim where you play as Tara, who is on a heartfelt journey to become a witch. Farm by day and cast spells by night as you craft your cottagecore life and bond with your coven. Come to know and love the fully voice-acted characters of Fairhaven as you unravel a local mystery. Relax into your rural lifestyle as you tend crops, care for animals, fish, craft, and more throughout the day. By night, nurture your inner witch as you learn to fly a broomstick, brew potions, control the weather and seasons, or even transform into a cat. There are 30 different characters that you can get to know, 7 romanceable characters that you can flirt with, and 35 to 60 plus hours of gameplay. So you'll have plenty to enjoy as well as experience within this game. It's one of those games that has a slower start, but as you get into the thick of it and learn more about the villagers, their relationships, their ups, their downs, and the secrets of Fairhaven, the game just becomes 10 times better. Along with the fact that you're a witch and learning how to be a witch, it's an amazing time. So if you're interested in the game, make sure to go ahead and check the game in the description. So what games are you excited for? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to watch this video on Fields of Mystria, another magical game inspired by the 90s anime aesthetic prevailing with Sailor Moon. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!